All right, let's dive into something that so many of us deal with, but maybe don't fully get: hypersensitive skin. We're going to break down what is really going on under the surface.
So let's just start with the big question, right? What is secretly attacking your skin? Because sometimes it feels like our skin is just reacting to, well, to nothing, to invisible forces. And, in a way, it actually is.
To get what's happening, we've got to meet the main villains of our story. Let's call them the cellular party crashers.
Now, the technical name for these guys is free radicals. Think of it like this. Your healthy cells are all happy guests at a party, totally stable. A free radical is that one unstable guest who's lost their partner. That's the unpaired electron. So what do? They barge in and steal a partner from another cell, which then makes that cell unstable. It creates this whole chain reaction of chaos and inflammation, and that, right there, is a huge source of irritation.
So here's our game plan. We've just met the party crashers. Next up, we're going to define what hypersensitivity even is. Then we'll look at the 4 main ways it can show up. And finally, we'll do a little deep dive on rosacea-prone skin.
Okay, so we've got these cellular battles going on. But where are they happening? Well, that brings us right here, to the battlefield itself: hypersensitive skin.
And here's the key thing to remember. Hypersensitive skin isn't just one thing. It's more like a state of being. Your skin's defense system is basically on high alert, 24/7, and it's overreacting to things that might not bother anyone else. We're talking everything from pollution to dust to your laundry detergent.
Which leads to a really practical question. I mean, it's one thing to say your skin overreacts, but what does that actually look like? What does it feel like? How does it show up on the surface? And that brings us to the real heart of this whole explainer: the 4 faces of sensitivity. You can think of these as the 4 different fronts where this skin battle is being fought. Let's break these down. First up, you've got skin-made fragile. This is sensitivity that's caused by stuff on the outside. Too much sun, a cleanser that's way too harsh, you get the idea. Then there's skin sensitized, which is your classic allergic reaction to things like pollen or maybe nickel in jewelry. Third is constitutionally sensitized. Now this one is different. It's a true allergy that's baked into your genetics. And last but not least, rosacea-prone skin, which is its own complex condition. And it's really important to know, these aren't steps. They're 4 totally separate categories. Now, because it's such a unique and frankly often misunderstood category, we're going to zoom way in and do a little case study on rosacea-prone skin. This quote from our source material just nails it. It's not a one-off reaction. It's a condition that actually develops in phases, and its defining features are that constant redness and those little visible capillaries. For a lot of people, the journey starts right here, with something called erythema. It's a fancy word for transient redness. Think of it like blushing or getting flushed, where it comes and goes. The difference is, with rosacea-prone skin, this can eventually stop going away and just stick around. So what's actually going on at a structural level? This list really tells the story. That top layer, the stratum corneum, think of that as your skin's armor. Well, here it's thinner and weaker. And at the same time, your skin's natural moisture barrier, the hydrolipidic film, is also in bad shape. That means it is way easier for irritants to get in and for precious moisture to get out. It's a total perfect storm for sensitivity.
And just so you know, all of this incredible info, from the 4 categories to the nitty-gritty on rosacea, it all comes straight from our source material here. It's a super detailed look at these really complex skin conditions. So let's tie this all together.
So, look, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Just being able to put a name to what you're experiencing is huge. Knowing if your skin is sensitized versus constitutionally sensitized is the most powerful first step. Understanding the why lets you finally start to figure out the how to manage it.
And that really leaves us with one final thought. We've gone through the what, the different types, the causes of hypersensitivity. So the real question for you is, now that you can better identify what's happening, what's next?